On this episode of Healthcare Heartbeat, it's a clip show. I've gone through and picked out some of the most informative and interesting clips that will be useful to you if you are on that journey to becoming a USRN with Avant Healthcare Professionals.
You are listening to Healthcare Heartbeat, brought to you by Avant Healthcare Professionals.
If this is your first time listening to Healthcare Heartbeat, welcome. Please subscribe. Then you might be wondering, what's Avant Healthcare Professionals all about? Well, this first clip from our first episode can help. Let's hear from our president, Marissa Zaharoff, and our senior vice president of operations, Leslie Hamilton Powers.
So, just so you know, if you don't already know what we do at Avant, we are a company that works predominantly with international nursing professionals, also therapists as well. We certainly are open to Americans that would want to join our program as well. And we do get inquiries locally and domestically as well. But the main core of our business is helping international healthcare professionals move to the USA. And, really, I know the mission is something you're super passionate about.
Yeah, I think that was the big draw to the organization, right? Was, changing lives, making an impact, improving someone's future, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Thinking about the healthcare professionals, their families, our clients, and the communities and the patients that they care for, right? And
absolutely.
then also our own associates in our corporate suite, right? They're as important because they're making it happen each and every day.
And we're fortunate to have a great team here at Avant.
Incredible.
And you'll get to meet some of those as we do future podcasts.
And she's right. Over the next couple episodes, we met more of the Avant team. In the next couple clips, we're going to be hearing all about the process. This comes from our second episode where I sat down with Sarah Rose Tamir, Senior Manager of Global Development, and we talked about all the steps of the process. And where does this process start? Well, with applying, of course. You apply online. What do the candidates need, first and foremost? What do they need to kind of have prepared?
Access to the internet at some point in order to actually submit the application. And you can do that on your cell phone, a tablet, a computer, whatever. But really, when you're ready to submit your application, all you need is your resume or your CV. So some kind of document that indicates a little bit about you, like your name, your email address, contact information, and then a little bit of nursing education. So whatever programs you completed to become a nurse, and work history as a nurse.
Okay, you've applied. It's time for the interview. What do you do? Sarah's got some great advice for you. Be yourself.
So at the interview stage, we're going to be talking to you about your work experience, about your, if you've done the NCLEX, if you've done the IELTS. We're trying to get an understanding of what your experience looks like and what your goals are professionally, personally. What's important to you? Who are you planning to bring with you to the U.S.? Have you thought about the transition for your family? We want to talk to you about such important things to make sure that we're a good fit for what you're looking for, and also that you're a good fit for us and the clients that we have here in the U.S. And so one of the pieces of advice I always say, something that's so important, is to be honest and to be yourself. Be authentic, yes, display professionalism, all those things are important, but everyone is so individual and has such special dreams and has a different personality. Let that shine. We want to know you.
All right, our last clip from Sarah's episode is all about document collection. Now, document collection happens after the offer's been extended and accepted, and this is a step that is critical to ensuring a smooth transition to the United States. I know we talked about how at the application, your resume, some of the other, are there other documents that are required at this stage when we're getting to the offer stage?
Sure. So once you've actually signed the offer and it's official, you're an Avant nurse, we celebrate, of course, and then you begin the document collection process. So anything that our team's going to need for U.S. immigration or licensure, we collect up front to make sure it's smooth sailing, once we get started there. So things like birth certificates, driver's license, nursing transcripts, nursing diplomas, marriage certificate, anything that's like official,
Sure.
That we might need, we collect in the first 30 days.
Okay.
The faster you submit those documents, the faster we get to move ahead to the next step. But we do tend to give 30 days for our nurses to submit those documents.
If you couldn't tell from those clips, Sarah is incredibly thorough. And if you want a thorough understanding of our process, it's actually quite easy. Jump on back to episode 2 in this very feed. I've got one more clip for you, and it comes from our very own Adam Kless, Vice President of Clinical Operations here at Avant. We have an entire clinical transitions team, and they help you bridge any gaps and also set you up for success. But how, you may be wondering? Here's how.
We will transition you through to our clinical transitions program, which starts while you're in your home country. And so we have some distance learning packages that you'll go through. We actually have a really cool new thing that we're doing is called virtual simulation. So you will have an opportunity to practice as a U.S. nurse while you're still in your home country with one of your Avant educators.
Wow, that's cool.
We'll take you through the paces, we'll run scenarios, you'll get to make decisions, and we'll give you feedback. We'll help you understand, we want to know what you know, and we also want to know where we can help you more. So these virtual scenarios really help because the nurse is actually delivering care to a patient virtually.
A phrase that I kept hearing you bring up that I think it's important that we share with the audience is relationship driven.
Oh, yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, really the Avant relationship starts at recruiting, right? We build a relationship with you from the moment you first reach out to us to join our program. But we pride ourselves in the way we care for our nurses, the thought and the attention that we give, and again, to your point, starting at home, the Avant program starts early. And so you will have somebody that you talk to. You'll have somebody you get to know. You'll actually talk with educators that you will see face to face when you get here to Orlando, Florida.
It's a touching experience too.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of stories about when the people, the Avant employees that you interact with, and you finally get here and you meet them in person. They're so excited about that.
It's very
emotional.
emotional.
So exciting.
Yeah. The bonds, that we, a lot of times the relationships run so deep with us that once a nurse, is done with Avant and has converted to be, the core staff of the hospital, we still get emails. We get pictures of babies being born, weddings, houses that the nurses have built, and just exciting stuff. And we love being able to follow you across your American dream. It's really what puts the wind in our sail.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Now, if you're someone who is on the USRN journey, then there's no better place, there's no better way to get insights and information than Healthcare Heartbeat. Subscribe to our podcast wherever you get podcasts, and be sure to jump on over to our YouTube channel where we have full video versions of our episodes and a lot of other information that can help you on your journey. Do you know someone interested in becoming a USRN? Well, I hope you'll share Healthcare Heartbeat with them. And I also hope that you'll join me for our next episode, where we're talking all about the Daisy Foundation and their prestigious Daisy Nurse Award.
Thanks for listening. This has been Healthcare Heartbeat by Avant Healthcare Professionals, the leader in international healthcare staffing and recruitment, where we change the lives of healthcare professionals every day. To learn more about how our healthcare professionals can help your facility, visit AvantHealthcare.com and be sure to subscribe to this show wherever you get your podcasts.